Hey guys, welcome to video 3 in our series of our team up with Evernote and using the Evernote templates. Thanks so much for the comments and the emails. Been getting a ton of them. You guys rock. As you know, this is the place where we're going to help you live your best life, and we're also going to give you some planning tools to do exactly that. First one being an Evernote template here that's rocking and rolling. If you're looking for an interactive planner, you can also get that over at MorningCoach.com and check out some of the videos that we're going to keep bringing you here on YouTube, meaning you should probably subscribe and hit that alert bell because we've got a lot of things coming. But what we're going to do today in this video, we're going to go inside and my computer. We're going to show you how to use the daily organizational system. This has a lot to do with my book, The Sacred Six. It's really a great process that thousands of people are using to live their best life, and we're going to help you do just that. So we're going to jump in the computer without further ado and get started and start working on really organizing you for your daily uses of the Get It Done Now plan so that you can live your best life yet. Let's jump in the computer. Okay, welcome into my computer and into what I consider the backbone of this system. In fact, if you just utilize the Sacred Six process, you're going to live your best life. I mean, this is really what it's about. And this came from years ago. I was listening to an Earl Nightingale record, and it was actually a record. This is how old it was. And they were talking about this 6 things you need to do. Ivy Lee had went to the Carnegie, who was running the steel mills, and gave him this technique, and it was huge. You can find out more about that in my book, on The Sacred Six, and you can learn a little bit more about the technique. But I'm going to give it to you right now. But it's founded in this wonderful history of really understanding how to get things done. And if you want to really utilize the system, this is going to be the key. It will help you live your best life. And whether you're here on the Interactive Planner or here in Evernote, this is the critical piece of it. So what we're going to do is we're coming into the daily planning, right? It's 2023 daily planning. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to create a duplicatable note. And basically you can see every time we just duplicate every day. So we're just going to create a duplication here. Okay, we're going to say duplicate. And this note will now pop up and it'll actually have some things already in it. So we're going to go ahead and change this to the 18th and we're going to change this to Tuesday. Okay. And one of the things that we're going to want to do is the first thing is, and this will be later on, you'll understand why we do this, is go in here and take this tag off and remove that tag. Okay. The today tag. You only want one of these to be with the tag today. Okay, so that's today. You want that to be there. So here we are. Let's just say it's October 18, 2022. We got things to do. Well, there's a couple things that didn't get done yesterday. The things that did get done will be marked done, right? So let's just put that. I misspelled that, but let's just say that's done. So what you're going to do is you're going to delete those. Okay, so that one's deleted and then uncheck it. So you have a 3 here ready to go. You have 2 things from yesterday. So they typically should go into the 1 and 2 slots. The way the Sacred Six works is this. You write down the 6 things you need to do that day. You start on number 1. You don't move to number 2 until number 1 is complete. Once number 1's complete, you then can move to number 2 and so forth and so on. The things you don't get done will be number 1 and 2 the next day. It's a wonderful system. It works, and we want to keep a minimalistic system. If you have more than 6 and a little bit of a problem, you're breaking free from our system, but you can come in here and just hit return and add another item, which I'm trying to keep you away from that. The less is more kind of philosophy is what we do within the Sacred Six system, okay? So we're just gonna write down the projects that we have to do today. Most important part of the system, you do this every day, life-changing, okay? And then you're gonna prioritize what is number 1, number 2, number 3. We can go back to Brian Tracy and do the Eat the Frog book where you do the toughest thing. I don't care so much about that as far as you just checking boxes and getting things done during the day. So that's the Sacred Six to do, okay? Miscellaneous to do is like pick up milk, those type of things that aren't critical in what you need to do today, but they are things that you got to get done. And then we go to schedule. This is really cool. If you click this little button up here, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. There is a little button up here. You'll delete the calendar events from yesterday. And once you set up your Evernote with Google Calendar, which is great, or Apple Calendar, it'll pull in, Google specifically is what I work with, it'll allow you to pull in events. So if you have an event coming up, you just go ahead and insert it in here. Now, we're going to be doing some advanced training here on how to put notes with events. In fact, in our community over at morningcoach.com, Roxanne is getting her expertise, and so is Jamie. We got a couple people that are actually going to help do some webinars and teach you more of the depth of coming in here and setting up your homepage and how this all works, right? So just make sure you subscribe and you can meet some of the people in our community. But we're going to be doing those things. So here we are. So we come in here, we put the calendar event in our schedule so we can see all of our calendar events here. Now remember, the calendar is different than your to-do list, and you shouldn't put your to-do list on your calendar. They should be calls or scheduled events that you need to do, okay? Very critical. So now we have our to-dos and our schedule. We do that. We got a snapshot of the day. We know how we're going to take on our day. We're ready to go. We've listened to Morning Coach. You got some positive energy. Remember, I do 365 days of the year coaching that fits with the system over morningcoach.com. So you've listened, and now you're integrated into the system. Now we can do consistency. Now, one of the things we're adding to this system that we don't have in the interactive planner is habit trackers. This will be another video coming up, but this is all about consistency. Now, you don't have to do this here. This will be another video that I will do. But just know that if you don't want to do your consistency here, you can do it there. But consistency is where you're tracking. If it was 7 days, then it'd be 8 days that you studied Spanish. If you did it, maybe you didn't drink, that'd be 4 days in a row. And wow, this is actually a -12. So I didn't practice guitar yesterday, so it's -13. You can keep track of however many things you want to be consistent for here on your daily sheet. It allows you to see what you're working on a daily basis and what you're not. It's been one of the biggest life-changing things for me, and literally hundreds, if not thousands of people around the world have used this. And again, we can jump into the habit tracker. That's something new. But for now, we've got it on our daily sheet. Goals are pretty self-explanatory. They're going to be there. If you do this every day, you'll just duplicate it over, and it's just a review. What are you really working towards? What are the things that you're going after? Obviously, within our system, we have missions, values, and goals. These are those things that are going to get us to our mission. And as we get into this system more and more, we're getting down to 90-day tracking, and we're understanding KPIs and OKRs. KPIs are key performance indexes, and OKRs are objectives with key results. Those things are what Google uses. We've got some different vernacular there, but they all are the same thing. Let's get a goal, let's get an objective, and let's move towards our mission. We're reviewing that here. Reading is something that you're reading. We do 12 books a year, 1 book a month. You can put that there. This is the book that we're reading this month. We're just finishing Measure What Matters. But every month we bring a book into our coaching system. Positive moments is where we reflect on our wins. These are the things that are going to help us really manifest that life and live your best life. And we want to track that, and we'll go over that in weekly updates when we get to that part. And then 5-minute visualization, credit where credit is due. I learned this from Dr. Wayne Dyer before he passed away. One of the most important things he said is, JB, help people, teach them to do a little bit of visualization right before they fall asleep, and it will help you manifest that into your life to live your best year ever, or your best life ever. So we want to help you live your best life. That's what we do, and that's the daily sheet. So as long as you do this every day, then you just come through here and check off the things that you got done, okay? At the end of the day, very simple. We just come in here. Oh, and by the way, let me show you something real quick. If you come into your task element, you're going to see those things right here as long as you click the notes, not the due date. Okay, a lot of people sort this by due date. Click by notes, and you'll see the things that you need to do that you haven't done yet, right? So as you check those off, they will disappear, and you can see them in your overall task, which is another Evernote feature that's pretty cool. But let's say we're done for the day. Okay, we're now going to duplicate this note. We come in here. It is now duplicated. Remember, the first thing I said you do once this pops up is come in here and get rid of the today tag. I'm going to remove that tag, so I only have one today. That will be important later. We're now going to uncheck our items that we did because these are on a different note. This is a brand new note. This is actually on October 19th, and I'm just going to put WED since we're moving pretty quick here. And now I'm going to look. These projects didn't get done, so I'm going to move these projects and then make them 1 and 2 because those are projects that didn't get done, and then start listing the projects that I need to accomplish today, and then maybe pick up milk, some miscellaneous tasks that I need to do, pick up milk. Okay, and then if I don't have one, I can delete because we can always add by just hitting return. Okay, we're going to link to our calendar. We're going to delete the thing from yesterday, just a little box here, unlink that event. It is gone, and I'm going to go grab my calendar and see what's on there and then link in there, put that there, and then I'm going to do my consistency. Again, you may use the habit tracker, but if you're here with me, I do both. I'm going to go ahead and say, hey, I studied Spanish again. I didn't drink yesterday. That gives me 5 days in a row. And I did not do guitar, or I did do guitar. So I got a 1 there. I'm 1 day ahead. Goals will already be there if we're doing this. So you can just review them. Look, get your big whys. The reading that you're doing. What is the books that you're reading? Obviously, we have 1 a month, but you could also be reading on your own. Then we're going to record some positive moments that have happened. We want to keep looking at these. Very important to manifest that best life. And then 5-minute visualization before bed. And then what we're doing, we're just going to keep duplicating. Every day you wake up, this is part of your system. You listen to Morning Coach, and then you come in here and you get organized. You just do this basic Sacred 6, and it is life-changing. It will start to get organized, and you'll start to make this system better and better and for yourself. And it really, really is extremely powerful. So that's it. That's the daily organization. Again, you can do this on your interactive planner or right here in Evernote with software, and it's really, really powerful. We're going to teach you some advanced things later where you can find tasks that you've already completed. See how many number ones have actually gotten done. Some really cool stuff that we can do within the framework of Evernote. Excited with this team up, and it's really cool using this software in a very, very powerful way. And again, we'll expand it more and more. We've got Roxanne, we got Jamie, we got people that are really learning Evernote at such a high level to go ahead and help us within our community, which is so important. But that's how you utilize it daily in the computer. All right, let's jump out of the computer. Okay, awesome. You watched all the video. That was amazing. You are amazing. Make sure you subscribe by hitting this face up there. And to watch the video and the next in the series, you can click that right there and it's going to take you to it. All right, thank you so much for being you. Go live your best life. Lots of love.